Let's make picks for Sunday. Browns at Bears, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Soldier Field. We'll do why we're making the pick or a storyline, and then our pick for the game. Ashley, why don't you lead us off?
Yeah, so this game, picking it is so tough because of the weather conditions we know we're about to go into on Sunday. In Chicago, I just looked at AccuWeather a little bit ago. High of like 11, a low of 5. Feels like temps well into the negatives, obviously. That football is going to feel like a rock. It's going to impact, I think, just about every part of the game, but especially your kicking game, your passing game. We've already gone through everything Shedeur Sanders is going to be dealing with in terms of absences on this offense, particularly on the offensive line, and some uncertainty there, probably yet another starting combination. So I think it's going to be a big ask for the Browns to win this game, especially knowing Chicago jockeying for playoff seeding right now, jockeying for the NFC North title still. So I am going with the Bears in this one in a low-scoring game, 16-10.
Okay, and it is interesting, as Ashley mentioned, this is essentially a playoff game for the Bears. They're right on the cusp of that wild card. They're still fighting for the NFC North. The Browns' best hope here is that maybe this becomes a trap game for them. They just lost to the Packers this last Sunday. They play the Packers next week, so maybe they get caught looking ahead. But I just think it's difficult for a team like the Browns, especially with all these injuries, to over 60 minutes kind of match that intensity level as long as Chicago doesn't overlook them. So I think this is one of those games that we might be sitting there at halftime and maybe it's 10-10 or the Browns have like a 10-7 lead or something like that. But Chicago finds just enough to push past the Browns. I actually do think it'll be a little higher scoring than Ashley's pick. I'm going to go with the Bears. I almost slipped there. I kind of wanted to pick the Browns in this game, I'll admit. But I'm going to go with the Bears 23-17. Mary Kay?
Well, it's going to be a clean sweep by the .comers today, and we'll have to see how that goes. But I really do think that this is going to be a challenging game for Shedeur Sanders in his first start, going against a team that takes it away more than anybody else in the NFL. They lead with 18 interceptions and 27 takeaways overall. Ball security is going to have to be paramount in this game. I think it's going to be a big challenge. Then, of course, the Bears run the ball really well to the tune of 152 yards per game. That's number 2 in the NFL. And if they do that, it kind of neutralizes Myles Garrett a little bit. And then when you add in all the injuries and what's going on the offensive line in front of Shedeur, I just think this is going to be a very, very tough football game for the Cleveland Browns to win. I'm going with the Bears 26-24.
Okay, there we go. Whatever happens in freezing cold Chicago on Sunday, the three of us will be there, and we will cover it all at cleveland.com/Browns.